Say hello. Hi everybody, and we're back for season 2. Welcome. We're going to do some interesting things this season. I'm going to take Lee's here. She's on camera again. We're going to take whole birds. We're going to take parts of cow, parts of pig, and vegetables, and we're going to make stocks, and from those stocks we're going to create dishes. So it'll be an interesting season, and we're starting off with chicken, of course, and I'm going to be cutting up the chicken. So I'm going to cut one chicken up first, and then we'll go into making the stock. So everybody, hope you enjoy the new season, and we'll be back in a minute. We're back, and in front of me is a 4-pound chicken, and I'm going to extract the bones as best I can. All I'm after at this point is the bones, because we're going to make a chicken stock. The other meat will be consumed in the most appropriate way. Okay, so here we go. How you approach this is really up to you, and what I like to do is take out the breast first. So sort of cut the skin like that. There we go. And then that allows you to pull back your chicken and get down. So you want to get, it's like the corner of your mouth sort of thing, and you want to slice there along there. That's the knife, sorry. And the other side, same idea, and that's along the rib. So it's you can see here it's pretty easy to cut through that rib cage. There you go. So we're at the point where we can break normally apart the bones, trim more of the skin away like that. Wash your chicken really well. That's what I did. The chicken was washed really well, and your hands, of course, trying to promote cleanliness. So there we go. We have sort of separated it in a way, and we want to break it apart. So now I want to get in here, and you'll find the bone, the wing bone. There's also a piece of meat here, and you can slice that off. And I like to do things symmetrically so you're at the same stage. And I just trying to find my way here. Sorry. I get rid of some more of the skin. There we go. And move in here. There. Now we're at the part where it should come off pretty easy if you just rip. And you can see here I separated that bone here. I'm going to cut through the meat, so now it's separated. This one here I have to separate the bone. There we go, did it. And cut through the meat, the muscle. And now we can grab the skin that's here. And we have separated the breast and the wings from the back and the legs. So there we go. So we have two parts now. Let me do the breast first, and I'll put this over here where the bones are going to go for now. Now, let's get our wings off. So you have to find the joints. So you explore, find out with your fingers where those joints are, and you can see there's a joint there. I can feel it. So I'm gonna try to carve my way around there, cut off the tendon and the muscle, and separate the joint. There you go. So let's do the other side. Find your joints. Got bones sticking up. You gotta watch, remember that you've cut off rib and bone, and there might be some pointed bones there. So you watch your fingers don't get jabbed. These sharp little rib bones that people end up choking on. Be very careful. Trying to find that joint. Should be there. Try not to stab my finger here with that bone.
Yeah, be careful.
There we go. Got it. Alright, so we have that separated now. And just trimming it up a bit so it's the breast separates easier as we go. Get the ribs off. Save all your pieces. Okay, so there we go. We're at that point where we have it separated almost. Let me see, there's a part here I could have done better. And now we want to take the wings off. So let's get the wings off. Cut through the skin. There we go. There's a wing. Not bad. And let's see, we'll go this way. There's the other one. So I would say they came out perfectly.
Yep, pretty nice.
Yeah, there we go. Alright, now we are going to attempt to take the breast off. I'm not really concerned about the skin, but some people like to keep the skin on, especially if you're carving up for a butcher shop. You want to have that skin on there. For me, I don't really like skin, but I know somebody that does.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
Yeah. So here you're going to find a way to trim along the bone, and everybody has their own little technique. And you want to remove this part here. So a good way to do it is to find that bone here and get under it and try. I had that bone out of the way. And it's not hard really. I just was caught on that bone. And there you go. Always when you're cutting down to get the meat off, press against the bone, and as you can see, I'm pressing against the bone so you don't lose any of the meat. And that bone comes out like that, so it's pretty easy. Alright, so that's removed, so we'll get this one off. Notice I'm not using a special knife or anything. I'm using a little dinky, cheap little friggin' knife, and it's working. And that's what part of my show is about, is try to use things that you know, like a professional chef wouldn't use, because we're the poor chef and we don't have. I took a little bit more meat off than I wanted to, but that's okay, that's for the soup. Alright, so soup, that's what we're after, right? So now we have this whole part here. There's some tendons in there. These are the filet mignon sort of thing right here where these tendons are. It's a really nice piece of meat. I'll show you later. Now I'm going to carve down along the filet mignon of a chicken. I'm going to carve down along here. Now you don't have to use a knife here actually if you don't want to. The bird actually, the breast, if you get your thumb under there, it can normally rip off. And you can see how I'm ripping it off. Okay, so there we go. Just be gentle. Chicken muscle or meat is very delicate, so you can easily rip it. And if you want to have nice pieces, you have to be gentle. Not overly gentle, but gentle enough. Alright, so we have the filet mignon here, right there, which is right underneath the main breast. So we want to separate that, so I'm going to separate it like that. I'm going to get my fingers right in there. Using my thumb. And I'm separating it from the bone. I know it's hard to see, but it's working. Alright. Here we go. And I use my fingers more than anything. And there's the filet mignon, nice filet mignon right there. I call them filet mignon. So there we go. That's one. You should have two. So I'll get rid of this stuff here. And further cut along here. This is the cartilage that I'm trimming around. Very soft bone. You want this in the soup because it adds to your jelly that you're trying to form when you're making a chicken stock. We're not making a broth. The broth is less dense, and so you take. If you want a broth, then what you would do is make a chicken stock and water it down.
Yep.
So that's the difference. And when you go to the store and you see all those containers of chicken broth or beef broth or whatever, they're not stocks, they're broths. They're not. It's if you wanted a stock, it would be more expensive. So that's why you don't have to pay so much for them, although they are quite expensive for a broth. Like Campbell makes, or the store brand. So again, I'm going after the other filet mignon, and I'm using my thumb to rip it. There we go. And there's the filet mignon right there. So I want to be able to separate that. Now you can use your knife if you want, and just carve along the bone the best you can. And you can see I cut into the skin part, the membrane, I guess it is called. I don't really want to do too much damage, so I want to use my fingers more than anything. And this one here is giving me a little bit of trouble, but we'll get it. There we go. Now I can use my thumb and get in there. You can hear the membrane ripping.
Yep.
Looks like I'm mutilating it, but actually I'm getting
Sorry, been mutilated.
I'm getting it out. You can go back to your knife and keep carving along that cartilage. There we go. I can do this really fast, but I'm trying to do it delicately so I don't destroy anything. If I'm doing it for myself, I'm not really this delicate. Just rip it apart. There we go. Should separate now. I've got that membrane there. There we go. So there we have another fillet right there. Nice one. And the only thing left now is the bone here and the breast. So I still have my skin. So I'm going to now make an incision. My hands are getting slippery with all the gluten or whatever you call it. And I'm making it up here, and I'm cutting that off right there, right here. And why? Because that's the it's almost like a tendon, but it's not. And it's a strong membrane. It's holding everything together. It's amazing. And also I can give it a cut this way and a cut over here. And keep your knife against the bone all the time. You don't want to go into the meat. And now that should be a lot looser. The thing that's going to give you the most trouble here from removing is this, because it's anchored into the breast, and you can feel the cartilage all the way to here. This is a fairly big chicken, 4 pounds, so you're going to have stronger membranes, stronger bones. But you can see where I'm getting it out. There we go. And I'm just going to rip it out. And there you go. There's your, not bad. I left a little bit of meat there, but not bad. This side's good. Yeah. So there. Now, this is tough. So if you're going to want to barbecue this or whatever you're going to do and keep it whole, that's fine. But I'm going to separate it because
one's for Lee and one's for me
behind here. So sometimes you'll find that you haven't extracted all the bones. And which bone is this?
I don't remember.
The wishbone. So somehow I've broken the wishbone, which is a no-no, because now you can't make a wish. Or unless it was broken, but I think I probably broke it.
I think you broke it.
Yeah, so anyway, there's... Oh, she's sad. The girl is sad. I'll try not to break the other one.
I believe in wishbones.
Oh, okay, because you want to wish.
Just believe in them in general.
I want to make sure I got... Oh, there's the other half, so I wasn't carrying enough to preserve the wishy-washy bone. Now don't make me feel guilty for doing that. My little screw up there. Alright. There we go. Got it.
Sad.
Don't want that in somebody's throat.
No.
Alright, and you'll be wishing for a doctor then. So, alright, so there's a little bit of tough stuff here. You can see that. So you can separate it and then cut it out later. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to separate this, cut along the line. And remember, you got skin there, so there we go. Trying to get through the skin also. Because you like skin, right?
Yes.
Alright. There we go. There's the skin. So, I'm getting all greasy here, so this is an odd way to do it. I would normally wouldn't do it this way. But I want to preserve the skin on there. Alright, so we'll try to attempt to do it this way.
That was really dangerous.
I like playing with danger.
Until you're sorry.
Yeah, well, that's life. That's the cutting board making that noise, not the skin. I'm pressing really hard. Alright, so I'm going back to danger. I just need a sharper knife, that's all. There we go. So I'll sharpen my knife next for the next bird. So there you go. There's the chicken breast. It's actually nice. There you go. I don't care about the skin really.
It's a Lee thing.
But there's one. There's two. Are we done? No. We still got the bum. The back end. Let me get the grease off. Just alright. So, ready? My hands are too. Okay, so now we're going to take this off, and this will go a little faster, I believe. So, don't be afraid to break the bone, so to say. You have skin to go through here, so you want to separate not just skin but muscle. So you want to go along the bone here. You can hear the difference when you touch the bone. And there we go. So there is one almost separated. You got a little innards here. When you get chicken before, when I was younger, I'll put that in this stock. We used to get the heart and the liver and the kidneys, the giblets. But they don't do that now, and they charge you an arm and a leg. Meat in Canada is outrageously expensive. It's a crime, in my opinion,
For no reason, too.
that we have to pay these prices here.
For no reason. Because they... some of these animals literally breed here.
Yeah, well, you know, we have no control over these markets and how they are run, and also government, right? And they have us by the you-know-whats. So, and if people don't stand up and fight for their rights, and it comes down to even food, right? They get away with it.
Yep. Like
They get away with it.
For example, food should not be taxed, and it is.
No, food shouldn't be taxed.
It's food,
The government's criminal in that respect, taxing people to eat, taxing people to drink water. It's unbelievable. Find other ways that are not hurting someone. So anyway, they're all the same, these politicians. They make it tired and sick. This season we're getting away from politics so much. It's sort of a downer. So I'm just going to talk in general about things and just talk about cooking. And what do you think about that?
I agree.
Yeah. I haven't been studying politics like I used to. I find myself a lot more happy, in a sense, and more relaxed to get away from the everyday crap that goes on in their stupid lives.
I'm the opposite.
Yeah, well, that's okay. It's your choice, but okay. So there you go. I just got you the. We can make this even 2 more parts. So you get the thigh and you get the drumstick if you want, right? And same as the wings. The wings you can get traditionally. That's what you get in the restaurant, right? And then you get the little drum piece there, muscle arm. You can separate it down more if you want. Well, I'm not going to bother. So there you go. There's one. Now we just have to separate the other one. And I'll go from this end. And that's good. Cut along the backbone. Get this bone out here, cut the tendon. There you go. Nice. Now we have a back. And you can get some meat off it, but it's not worth saving for consumption like this. I use that for the stock. Now, what I'm going to do with these, this is if you're going to cut up a chicken, there's your pieces there and there's your bones. I want to make a really good stock, so I'm going to extract all the bones. I'm not going to put you through this. I'm going to cut out all the bones and all I'll have is just meat left. So I'm going to get to that and cut up the other chicken, and we'll be back with making the stock.